breaking news. Oh, we got the Q&A.
Oh, yeah.
So we do that, and we got the breaking news, so you can line that up. Merab Dvalishvili taking on Petr Yan, March 11th, main event, right here, Sin City, Las Vegas.
With fans, right?
With fans.
Let's fucking go. God damn.
Super excited for this one. Great opportunity for Merab.
Merab wins. That's my prediction.
We just watched Merab's fight over with him and Jose Aldo. And that fight was actually not as bad as people were making it out to be.
Yeah. People act like he, for round 2 and 3, the minute the round started, he just put Jose against the fence and held him there for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
For both those last 2 rounds. But really, there wasn't that much time held against the fence.
Yeah.
Merab was just pressing forward. Merab landed most of the strikes, despite what the stat sheets say.
They said Jose Aldo had more significant strikes.
Hell no. Go watch that fight.
Where?
I don't understand it all.
Where?
Jose Aldo, like, it seemed like I hate to say this, but it seemed like he wasn't even, like, taking the opportunities to hurt Merab that he could have. Like, that one example where Merab was backed against the fence and Jose just kept going back.
Yeah.
Like,
so kind of circled out of there.
I feel like when you have a guy against the fence, like, that's where a lot of guys get hurt, like with Izzy in his last fight, you know? But
who did that? Petr Yan, when he fought Petr Yan, and then it got to like round 3, Aldo would start to pivot and cut a corner, and instead of countering like the way he was countering in round 1 and 2, he would just pivot and go back to the center and try to breathe. And I was like, yeah, this guy is human.
He gets
does
tired
this all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think people complained more than they should have. I think the onus was more on Aldo because Merab would shoot in. And if he didn't get the takedown, he'll throw a couple knees. Then he'll break with an elbow strike or a hook that he actually caught on Aldo. But then from there, very competitive fight, I thought, for the most part. But you could clearly tell who was winning, which was Merab.
Easily. Yeah.
Easily in my book as well.
Like, Aldo had no answer for what Merab was doing.
Yeah. So, with that being said, going into this one, it's an interesting stylistic fight because Yan is not, even if he does press forward against Merab, I think it's going to be very difficult to do that against a guy who's constantly threatening to take down. This similar to the way I do it. Merab is a little bit different the way he does his approaches with his entries. It's a lot of up and down, and then he'll bomb you with something, or you think he's going to bomb you, and then he'll shoot. So that makes it a little bit more tricky, where me, I'm kind of like just waiting for the perfect opportunity to shoot, level change, and get in off of my kicks, off of my punches, chain it all up, some level changes, but the way we do it is similar but kind of different. This can Petr Yan go 0-4?
0-4?
That's crazy.
No, but dude, I saw like a tweet or something where they were saying like Merab could beat Petr Yan and people will still think Petr Yan's the best in the weight class.
Yeah, because they're sick.
Because it's like
some of you guys are sick.
It's like, what the hell? If Merab beats Petr Yan, Merab is the number 1 contender by a mile.
Yeah.
Because then Merab actually beats Petr Yan, and O'Malley arguably beat Petr Yan. Merab's on a 8-fight win streak if he beats Petr Yan. So then it's like he should.
9.
Holy shit. So it's like it's like I feel like Merab deserves the next title shot, and then it's like O'Malley, and then everyone else.
Before the Aldo fight, he was tied with me at 7. Then he won, and then I won, so we were both tied at 8.
Right. Yeah, because they said it before that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this your king?
Petr Yan?
Don't get me wrong. Yan is good. And I know I'm sitting here, I'm joking in hindsight. Like, just imagine he had a layup of a win where I came in as a skeleton shell of myself. And one knee caused the entire algorithm to get thrown off.
Bro.
Because this guy didn't know the rules.
Bro,
come on,
if
man.
Petr Yan doesn't throw that knee, the world is a different place today.
Both of our worlds are different.
Just cars would be flying. We'd have We'd have men on Mars already. Fucking Russia would be a metropolis. The whole world would be a different place. Elon Musk would be president. Fucking, but now you're champion.
Fight game is crazy, man.
So thanks, Petr Yan.
What I will say is, like, we got two of the best guys in the world. When Merab beats Petr Yan, we will both be hands down literally number 1 and number 2 in the world.
But what are the odds of that shit?
That doesn't happen.
In the same gym, in the same weight class. What are the fucking odds? Same fucking win streak.
That shit don't happen. And I know people are in the comments or listening, oh, you didn't beat him.
And
you didn't beat him the first time you were gifted. Shut up. Don't blame it on me. Charge it to the game. I didn't make the rules, and I didn't make the guy throw the knee. Hey.
And you beat him.
And I beat him in a rematch. What more do you... Full belly Aljo won. At the end of the day, half full, starving Aljo was trash. Full belly Aljo won the fight.
Fuck.
But, yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Stylistically, like, what does Merab have to do to get the dub?
I think what he always does, keep the pressure, make sure he's focused, dialed in for 5 rounds. And on top of that, Yan does some tricky things that he's going to have to look out for. And Yan does have good hips, but I think he sprawls so hard sometimes that it actually backfires on him. Because some of those striking combinations that I was landing was because he was biting so hard on the level changes. And then he'll get out of position where I could land his combination. There was one sequence someone had clipped out and posted. I think it was the second takedown I got on Yan. So it's like little things like that. And then on top of that, I took him down in rounds 4 as well. And then he reversed me and ended up on top. And I took him down in round 5. So I got 4 takedowns on him in that fight. And only 2 of them accounted. And people keep talking about the takedown attempts. Merab fought Aldo. It does not matter how many takedown attempts there are and how many of them you actually get. All that matters is, are you fighting my style of fight? And for this, Merab needs to make sure he fights his pace of fight. Slow him down by taking away his offense with his shots, his punches, his unorthodox striking that he just throws some wild stuff sometimes to keep Yan guessing. And then when Yan tries to be super technical, it'll leave those wild strikes some openings and some room for him to set things up to get those takedowns or just to get the entry and push him against the cage, drop a couple strikes, push off, go back and do that again. And it's not Merab's job to get off the cage. It's Petr's job to get off the cage and to do damage. Merab's job is to put him on the cage, do damage, try to take him down, do damage, and that's going to be the tempo of the fight. He's going to have to fight Merab's fight the entire time. This is a dangerous fight for Merab, but this is just as dangerous of a fight for Petr Yan. When you're at the top of the game, it's a game of inches. Merab just needs to be super dialed in, and I think he has the blueprint already on how to beat him. He's got a striker's blueprint from Sean O'Malley. He's got a wrestler's blueprint from myself.
And he has all the data you have from fighting him twice.
Yeah, all the things I've looked at.
In his corner.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
You know, so I think Yan is game, tough opponent, but I think it's going to be a tough one for him to have to deal with.
Facts. And who do you think it's a main event, so it's 5 rounds. Who do you think that benefits more stylistically, Merab or Petr Yan?
I'm going with Merab.
I think so.
Yeah. So this is going to be interesting because Merab has never done 5 rounds straight sparring with me. He would always do 2 or 3, or he'll do 1, then switch, then 1, and then switch, and then 1 coming back for my 5th round and getting a rest so that he could give me a hard push in those rounds that he would jump in with. So hopefully I think I'll be good enough to train with him and give him some rounds, give him some looks, and I could beat Petr Yan because I could imitate that guy to a T. And I think I'll be able to give him a lot of those technical kicking stuff, keeping the high guard, and giving Merab some real life situations where he can see it so that when it happens in the fight, it's like, oh, I've seen this 100 times already. This is just like, it's going to be like super slow motion for him. Yeah.
Merab, when he got the call from his manager to offer him this fight, Merab was like, who, Petr Yan? I fuck him up. And then he hangs up the phone. He's like, bro, did you hear that? They offered me Petr Yan. I said I fuck him up. So Merab's fucking game for this shit, dude.
Yeah.